Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will journey through Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Dark Places is a psychological thriller written by Gillian Flynn, published in 2009. The story delves into the traumatic past of Libby Day, the sole survivor of her family's massacre, as she reluctantly revisits the events of that fateful night. The novel blends mystery with dark psychological elements, exploring themes of memory, guilt, and the pursuit of truth. Plot summary. Libby Day was only 7 years old when her family was brutally murdered in their Kansas farmhouse. Her mother, Patty, and two sisters, Michelle and Debbie, were killed in what the media sensationalized as a satanic sacrifice. Libby, the lone survivor, testified that her teenage brother, Ben, was the killer, sealing his fate in prison. The world hailed her as a brave child, but the label didn't come with healing. Decades later, Libby is 31, aimless and bitter, living off the dwindling proceeds of a fund set up for her as a child. Her money almost gone, Libby is approached by Lyle Worth, a member of the Kill Club, an underground group obsessed with solving notorious crimes. The club doubts Ben's guilt and wants Libby to revisit the case. Reluctant but desperate for cash, she agrees. The club offers her money to reconnect with figures from her past: Ben, her estranged father Runner, and others linked to the tragedy. As Libby begins to piece together the fragments of that long-ago night, she finds her own memories unreliable and begins questioning the truth of her testimony. The story weaves between Libby's present-day investigation and flashbacks to the months leading up to the murders. Patty Day, overwhelmed by the failing farm and mounting debt, tries to hold her family together. Ben, the brooding 15-year-old, struggles to navigate high school, where he feels alienated and ridiculed. His outsider status draws him to a sinister crowd led by Deandra, a manipulative older girl who indulges Ben's darker impulses. Tensions at home escalate as Patty's desperation grows, and Ben becomes more withdrawn and resentful. Libby first confronts Ben, who has spent 25 years in prison. He denies his guilt but refuses to elaborate, frustrating Libby. Visiting Runner, her alcoholic and perpetually absent father, proves equally fruitless. Runner offers no clarity, only demands money for his troubles. The Kill Club's theories push Libby to explore her mother's financial troubles and Ben's teenage connections, leading her to Deandra and Trey, Ben's former associates. The deeper she digs, the more Libby realizes how fragmented her understanding of that night truly is. In flashbacks, Patty considers an unthinkable act: selling the farm to save her children from financial ruin. Unbeknownst to her, Ben's entanglement with Deandra pulls him further into a dangerous spiral. Deandra encourages Ben's budding fascination with violence, using him as a pawn in her own games. Meanwhile, Patty faces another betrayal when a trusted family friend turns on her, exacerbating her isolation. As events converge on that fateful January night, the weight of secrets and misunderstandings grows unbearable. Libby discovers a trail of clues leading her to Deandra's current whereabouts. Deandra, living under an assumed name, is still manipulative and dangerous. Libby uncovers evidence that ties Deandra to the murders, including a chilling realization about her brother's role. Ben's participation was not as the perpetrator, but as a victim of coercion and fear, manipulated into silence by Deandra and her volatile accomplice Trey. As the final pieces fall into place, Libby uncovers the grim truth. That night, Patty had made a desperate deal to fake her own death and allow her children to claim life insurance money. But the plan went horribly wrong when Trey and Deandra, fueled by their sadistic tendencies, turned the ruse into a slaughter. Ben, terrified and confused, failed to protect his family, but also never committed the murders. Libby's testimony as a child, influenced by fear and the pressure of adults, had sealed her brother's fate. Armed with the truth, Libby takes steps to exonerate Ben, though the weight of their shared history lingers. The years of estrangement and pain cannot be erased, but the revelation offers a path to fragile reconciliation. The Kill Club, with its morbid fascination, fades into the background, leaving Libby to grapple with a new understanding of her family's tragic end. The darkness of the past remains, but for the first time, Libby finds herself able to confront it without turning away. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want more, explore other amazing works by Gillian Flynn. You know where to find them. Check the description or Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Gillian Flynn's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.